Mine's out.
Oh no, it's best thing. Put it in your
Okay, please make your way to your seats.
Wait.
Please make your way to your seats.
Fidget with it. And to get all the little jitters out. Like when you feel nervous, just squeeze that.
Thank you, Pittsburgh Cares.
Like,
Thank you, Twin City Cares. Thank you, Birmingham Cares. Thank you, San Jose. If we could please make our way to our seats, we're going to begin streaming live.
You gonna relate to it. Tell it. I'm telling you, that don't work on my keys.
Hi, please take your seats, please. We're going to start our live session in 1 minute. Yeah, I'm saying one on purpose because I know our people. I know that one means three. So we know we begin at 3:15. I'm saying 1 minute because 5 minutes for us. So there's a strategy. There's a method to the madness. Okay, Jack, we're going to be rolling at 3:15. We got 4 minutes. Just so you know, because you're the man running everything behind the scenes. If we could all give we're creating some content for you all that will help assist the facilitation of your wellness circles. So we've been having some one-to-one interviews downstairs, and so we're really thinking about you all and what happens once you leave here. So a lot is happening. We want to thank our tech crew. Can we all clap for our entire tech crew today? So 3 minutes till we go live. I just wanted to give information from the last session. I believe Dr. Torian Easterling wanted to offer you all some information about a hotline. So if you want this number, it's 888-NYC-WELL. All right, that is the hotline that Dr. Torian Easterling was mentioning in the last panel. It's Thrive NYC. That's 1-888-NYC-WELL. All right. Shh, don't spoil it, Asha. No, we're good. We're all ready, and our people are excellent, and so we're all prepared for this next live stream. We have in the room the next generation. This is it. When you speak about the race from Friday, and we talked about the marathon, the long distance running, the sprinting, this is the relay race. This is who we're passing the baton to. Let's all clap for our youth panel. All right, we got 30 seconds and counting. Thirty seconds. Okay, thank you, and welcome back. How you guys feeling? Yes, let's all wave to our live stream audience, our virtual crew out there who's been liking and sharing and loving and asking questions. And thank you so much for your engagement at home. And thank you so much for all of you who are in this room making this weekend possible. Right now, we have our youth panel who's going to close the show. Look at these guys. Take a moment. Take a moment. Look at them. we have our youth from the Grassroots Community Foundation and the Eagle Academy for Young Men in the room. This is our future. This is it. The mission has entered the room. No matter what love language you speak, listening remains core to effective communication. And too often, decisions are made for our young people without their input. So this session provides a platform for the voices of our brilliant young people to be heard as they self-advocate and offer adults ways on how best to support their journey. Can we all clap for them? It's an amazing time. So our brother Stephen Powell is going to moderate this panel. Brother Stephen Powell.
All right. I'm going to tell you why I'm so excited about this panel. I thought a million ways of how to frame this, and it brought me back to 2008 when I was the executive director of Mentoring USA, and it was my first meeting with Susan. So our first meeting was 6 hours. But within the first 30 minutes, she said something that transformed me. She said, I am apologizing for my generation not clearly passing the baton to yours. So when Chris talked about a relay, we have to understand there is no relay without a baton. And there is no relay winning without a strong anchor. So we want the young people on this stage to understand you are here for a divine purpose. We can't do this work for you without you. And what we know about a strong anchor, they bring it in. No pressure, right? So we're going to back up, and we're going to give them another round of applause to welcome our future into the room. This is our future. Beautiful. Yes. You better stand. That's right. I saw you. You know how it is at Penn Relays. When the anchor's running, you standing, right? That's right. So let me just give a little background on these beautiful, young, bright adults in front of us. So the National Cares Mentoring Movement and our Greater Newark Cares affiliate has a relationship with the Eagle Academy for Young Men. My home church, Metropolitan Baptist, shout out to Metropolitan Baptist in Newark, New Jersey, have been mentoring. They've adopted the school and have provided mentorship. So I've seen this guy right here since he was a 6th grader. And he's getting ready to graduate and go to college. That's right. There's a lot to tell about these beautiful folks. And then the Grassroots Community Foundation are my new family. I don't know if you guys saw a few days ago, we did the closing bell at NASDAQ. And they joined us for that. So the Grassroots Community Foundation family, please stand, wave, yes. We love you all. Parents, let's keep it real. Mentoring starts in the home, so we honor you and we love you all. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have the young people here introduce themselves. They're going to tell you their name, their age, and their career aspiration. Now, the ones that are going to college, they all are going to college. I've also told them to mention what college they're looking at. Because bringing them into these spaces, we're also teaching them how to network. Okay, so we'll start with you, brother.
Hello, my name is Johnny Carter. I go to Eagle Academy, and I'm 17 years old, and I'm looking forward to go to Lincoln University.
Hello, my name is Mohammed Hogue. I'm 16 years old, and I attend Eagle Academy, and I'm a graduating class of 2020. And the college, my future, the college I want to go to is HBCU college. I'm not really, I didn't really select one yet, but that's right.
How y'all doing? Is it on? My name is Makai Fields, and I'm from Newark, New Jersey. I'm 16 years old. I attend Eagle Academy for Young Men in Newark, which is located in Newark, New Jersey. And what I really want to do is go to a historical black college. And thank you.
We're all my HBCU folks. Raise your hands. All right. So you make it. You work the room. Yes.
My name is Tori Fergus. I'm 14 years old, and I attend the Morristown Baird School in Morristown. And when I grow up, I want to go to UPenn.
All right. Yes. Ivy's in the house.
Hi, my name is Amina Anekwe. I am 14 years old. In the 9th grade, I attended at West Orange High School. I want to go to any Ivy League college for musical theater and to be a Spanish translator.
Hi, my name is Lavania Smith, and I go to Central High School. I am a junior, and I'm 17 years old. And the college I want to go to is Delaware State.
All right. So most of this summit, where's my sister Ashaf? Most of this summit, we've been here in Brooklyn, all day. Let's give it up for Jersey. Jersey's in the house. And you know, we love Brooklyn, no doubt. So let's do this. Makai and Muhammad, these two young men had an opportunity recently that was presented to us by Nike. And these two young men are in high school, but they saw the need to start a peer mentoring program in the city of Newark, utilizing their basketball team. They found a school, started doing some work, and were met with a little financial challenge to support it. Nike came along. We nominated them for an initiative called Until We All Win. And Nike selected these two as their winners. Now, so I'm just giving a little plug. Kyrie, they did a commercial for Nike, and it's on Kyrie Irving's Instagram page. They're shy of 1 million views, so if you get an opportunity, go on to Kyrie Irving's Instagram page and show them some love. But so my question is to either one of you, what was the need that you saw that prompted you to want to go out and start your own mentoring program?
For me, in my community, it's really dangerous. It's hard to grow up like for where we live at, and it lacks a lot of male figures. And I kind of want to be that male figure. And for us, coming from Eagle Academy for Young Men of the North, they kind of instilled in us leadership skills, different things the different tools I can use, like for what I'm destined for the future that's going to come against me. And I kind of want to pour that into the younger kids because I didn't really have a lot of male figures till I came to Eagle, and I want them to feel the same way.
All right, give it up for that. Yes. But you guys are athletes, so why did you figure that you could use the power of sport to drive that change?
So we figured we could use the power of sport because as most kids play basketball in an environment of Newark, so we figured when you play basketball, you could turn friends into family or brothers. So we figured that we could, since we play basketball, we figured as brothers we could figure out how to make kids just like us get older and want to be a leader to others. So we figured use basketball as a way to get closer with the youth, to keep them off the streets from doing anything negative in a city of Newark.
Yeah.
Right, thank you. You want to add to that?
Yeah, me and Makai, we kind of use the sport of basketball because, especially in my community, sport plays a big role in a lot of people like their lives. Especially for me because it kept me busy. It took me off of negative things that's come towards me, and in my community, it's leaders, but they lead in the negative way, and we kind of want to lead it in a positive way. We want to be the role model, the neighborhood heroes in our community.
All right, thank you. Yes. And to my ladies on the end, so the Grassroots Community Foundation, they train young girls to be healthy advocates and leaders around public health and social justice. So if this question is for any one of you, what does it mean to be a healthy leader moving the social justice work in your communities?
It means that I have a voice and I have to use it, and I also have resources and I have to use them to give back to my community and to open up pathways for people that might not have these resources. And yeah.
All right, yes, that's right.
It also means that I have to use my gifts and talents and passions to help give back and to use those gifts and talents to aid people who might not be as, who might not have as much power to do those types of things or as much access.
All right. So you have a room full of adults. We have adults and folks live streaming. So here's your opportunity to tell us what we can do to make your future brighter. So if you had an opportunity to share that with us, what would that be? What is something that an adult in your community can do to make a brighter pathway for you?
One thing I think an adult could do to help us better ourselves with the community is listen, because sometimes you guys say you listen, but y'all don't actually do the action, and when you do, you change the whole thing that we had in our mind. So now,
All right. Y'all can clap to that. Got what y'all meant? Look, y'all got an opportunity to tell adults what we can do. Y'all need to think about this.
I guess this is what he said. Listen, because I guess when we come to y'all to get like the right help, I guess you help us out in a way. Like you think you helping us out, but we don't really get what we really want from you, like to explain to us. Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone know that in?
It's really about not changing our ideas, but adding on to our ideas. So, like, not if we give you an idea about what we'd want to do to help our community, it's not about changing it to what you think is best, but adding on to it and making it an even better and bigger impact. Yeah.
Y'all better be retweeting this stuff. Some serious knowledge. You want to add to that?
One more thing, just like I want to have like the support like of everybody, like even like if you know I'm doing wrong or you think I might fail, just like support me in whatever I'm doing, and like just still like love and care for me whatever I'm doing.
Y'all hear that? Yes. Thank you.
And like one of the add-ons that you could add on to your community is like more college programs for the youth. Because like it's not a lot of college programs out there for young black people, and we want to go to college too, just like white people.
All right. You know, so I'm going to ask another question, and I'm going to make sure I open up the floor for questions. But talking to you earlier, Makai, you were talking to me about a bus stop story, and I'm just going to leave it at that. And I want you to share this because we talk about how dangerous it is for black young men and black young women to navigate certain environments. So I just want you to share the story you shared with me about your bus stop incident.
All right, so 4 days ago we had a home game. No, it was a away game in Rahway, New Jersey, and we came back late, and it was around like 8 p.m. and we had to catch the bus home. And around 8 o'clock, that's where like the crime was like at its highest. And me and Makai was at the bus stop waiting like for the 31. And me and Makai having a conversation about the game. We was like, yo, like we could have did this and that. And then I looked behind Makai. It was like 4 boys walking with hoodies on, and like 2 of them had masks on. And I kind of gave Makai the signal. I'm like, yo, Makai, like you might have to something about to go down. So they walk up to us, and one boy put on a ski mask and he was like, y'all from the Nike commercial, right? He was like, I was like, oh. He was like, keep what y'all doing, man. He was like, just like, yeah. I'm about to cry.
But hey, thank God for swoosh, right? Yes, but this is a real issue, and I know that in a lot of the work that we do, I can remember talking to a group of young men in Chicago, and they say every time they are getting ready to go home from school, they're stressing out trying to figure out which way to walk home and which way to walk to the school. So we do have to understand, and remember yesterday Dr. Joy DeGruy was telling us when you see young black men, don't cross the street, right? We have to show them love where they are. So I want to open up the floor for questions. Does anyone have any questions from the floor? Yes. And then tell them where you're from so they know they're getting love from all over the country.
I'm so happy to see you guys. My name is Toya McBurton, and I'm from Los Angeles. And my husband and I, we do a lot of work with mentoring children. And my question is for the boys. The girls, I'm going to tell you, congratulations with what you're doing around social justice. That is amazing. For the boys, my question to you is, everywhere I see the girls standing up, they're president of the student body, they're class presidents, they're making it happen. I don't see it so much from the young men. My question to you is, what can we do for you to inspire you and to give you the tools that you need to stand up and lead. You guys, whether you see it or not, everyone in this audience knows that you are the best and the brightest that we have as a community. You are able to lead. What can we do for you to help you to make that decision to lead?
Like you said, just it's a lot to explain, but just like I guess expect a lot from us, like because it's really not just like the females in the neighborhood. It's kind of like the males. Like a lot of people, they don't want to be different. Everybody want to be like somebody, and nobody wanted to like settle to be like different from everybody else. And I think that's what's wrong. Like from the past generation, everybody wanted to fit in. Everybody wanted to just be like somebody else. But you gotta like kind of set a path, like for like blaze the trail for others to follow. Yeah. And I think that's what the male, it kind of lacked in that category. And
yeah. Also, you see a lot of males in our community. They either doing something negative, so the younger kids or us, we like, oh yeah, that look cool. Let's do what they doing because they getting a lot of love from other people. That's for the negativity, but other people don't want to change their ways and be positive because they got so much power. So.
And like they said, there's always people that always want to lead a negative path, and younger kids always want to follow and go in that direction instead of understand that it's better ways that you can make money or like wearing a suit. It makes it, people clown us for wearing suit and ties and stuff because they think, oh, I'm not doing that. I want to wear sneakers and stuff. So you have to realize that you have to be different and where we come from.
Yeah. Hi, my name is Gwen Cole, and I'm also from Los Angeles area, Antelope Valley. You guys probably don't know where that is, but it's by LA. And my question is, after 30 years of dealing with youth and mentoring, and then our beautiful Susan Taylor came into my life and structured mentoring for me and dealing with young people, my questions for you guys are, you're great. We believe in you. We know that you are our future, and we celebrate you. But I'd like to know, how do you see, when you look at specialty, what is it that make you who you are? Because sometimes you're challenged with things and you got to push through with something inside of you. So if you were to tell me who you are, when I meet you, what makes you great with who you are? Because you are great.
So what makes me who I am is that I'm humble. Because on day to day, I have many people tell me that I would be nothing. At the age of 2, I had heart surgery, so people was doubting me, saying that I wouldn't be able to play sports, or that I could possibly die. So I could say that I'm humble from hearing all this at a young age. I realized that I'm a person that I could be whoever I want to be without anybody saying that I can't. So I realized that I'm a humble person, and I want to instill with anybody that push for your dreams and don't let anybody tell you different.
I would say my personality, because a lot of people say I'm a people's person, so I take that and like, oh yeah, I'm a people's person, so I could go out and talk to anybody and not be afraid of what they're gonna say to me or how they think about me. So that's what makes me different from everybody else.
I guess my name, like, it separates me from everybody else, makes me more unique, and I kind of like my personality. I kind of want to stand out. And like the generation I was born in, I was kind of set up to fail, and like I don't want, like, in the family I'm growing up in, like the school, like the environment, like the care I have from everybody else, they push me to go harder. Like one more shot, you might, like, you could be this close from being great away, like this close to being great, and then like I don't want to give up, especially like seeing the youth, everybody's doubting us, and that kind of pushed me to go harder.
For me, I think that it's that I'm unique and I'm authentic. I am who I am. I don't try to change myself for other people. And I also don't like to give up. And I believe that nothing's impossible as long as you put your mind to it.
For me, it's more of the passion and the fire I have in my belly that separates me from everyone else. Like, as the boys were saying about their personality, it is about my personality, and I strive to have new people who I know can add to my community and who can help me, so I can create that sort of pipeline and connect to everyone.
Well, me as a people's person, I am completely goofy, so everybody loves me. No matter what I say, they always laugh. But I feel as that sometimes I could be serious and people will just like look at me like, oh my God, she's finally serious. But I feel as that it's going to be a good feeling to be like a people's person, you know, to go around and make connections.
Okay, hey everybody. I'm from Atlanta. Dr. Faya, how you guys doing? Good. Thank you for being here. So I'm hearing things like there's a lot of negativity around, set up for failure. What would you feel is the major challenges that the youth are facing in general, and then you individually, how did you overcome that or try to change that dynamic?
So what the youth is challenging is that most of them, they don't have nobody to guide them in the right direction. And people, parents like their mother cannot understand what a young man goes through at a young age with their feelings, anything with school. So we figured that we should step in the picture and instilling them what we have and not be selfish as coming from like a family or school that instilled in us like the 5 core values: clear leadership, effort, academic excellence, and resilience. So we figured that that we should instill them to be different. So we figured that most kids go through like I don't know how I really say it. Like they go through like it's like they're dealing with death and all this in their family. So it's like they like become very angry at a young age. So we figured that we should might as well step in and be a big brother or have someone to talk to.
A lot of kids, I believe, like they don't have the support or anybody to talk to. So I guess whenever they're going through little hard things in school or from day-to-day life, like they kind of bottle everything in, and then that kind of goes to a negative way. And especially for like a male and like young men in my community, they kind of like they're numb to things. I guess like they used to losing somebody they care about. They used to always getting arrested. They used to failing, and that kind of like. It's kind of like heart moving because like, how can you? I don't know. I can't explain it.
So let me just. That's a pretty deep piece here, and I just want to ask this question while we have this topic on the table. How do you all cope with stress? If there was something you could take off your plate to make your life a lot easier, what would that thing be?
Eat.
What's that?
Eat.
You said eating?
Eat.
Okay. Oh, that's how you cope. Okay. That's honest. Thank you. Anyone else?
Me, I guess it was basketball. I kind of like, whenever I play basketball, I kind of like, my mind is clear. I don't really think about the things I go through during the day. I kind of like leave everything, like, especially me, like, this is my school uniform, like my tie and everything else. But when I take this off and I put my basketball gear, like, I kind of like, I have a changed mindset. Like, I'm not thinking about what happened in the morning. I'm not thinking about what happened or what's going to happen in the future. Kind of like, I'm focused.
Yeah. I would say music and basketball. So when I feel like I'm going through something, I feel like I have too much in my mind. I text Muhammad, say, you want to go play basketball? We go put up shots, listen to music to zone out to make us feel better.
With me, I'll say music and squash. When I get on the court, I have like a tunnel vision of just focusing on playing the sport, nothing else, and just throwing my headphones. So that helps.
Thank you. And I know there was a question. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, and then back over
Hi,
here.
thank you all for being here. My name is Crystal Ash. I'm from Birmingham Cares. I know a lot of you talked about us listening earlier. How can we as adults create that space for you to feel free to share with us? I know sometimes I'll get a group of young people, but they don't feel free enough to share, but over time they do. So how can we like initially create those type of spaces for you to feel free to share?
For me, mentoring kids, I realize it's not about us opening up to you. It's more about you opening up to us. Because I have a teacher in my school named Mr. Clark, and he kind of explained to me things he went through as a kid, and it kind of made me like want to open up to him more because I can relate to everything he did. Everything he did worse than me or better. And I kind of could learn from him. Like, I could learn from your experiences. I could learn from everything you do wrong. Or you could guide me like, oh, I did this, but you can do this a little better. Just listening, just that little, like a little conversation with somebody could change their day. Like, just, yeah.
Does anyone on Grassroots have an answer to that? No? Okay. Next question, yes.
Hello, I'm Rashonda Carpenter. First of all, thank you guys for having the courage to be generational curse breakers. It takes courage to be different. It takes courage to be bold, the confidence. So thank you for being generational curse breakers. So my question is this. Given the hip-hop era and social media and stereotypes and the fact that you guys have been lied to and lies have been put upon you, what is the myth that you would like to dispel? Because there's so many myths and there's so many lies about you. What is the myth that you would like to dispel about young black boys and young black girls? And I would like to hear from each of you.
The myth that I would like to dispel is not all of us are the same, because most people say that the young black men is always want to be a gangster, always want to sell drugs or do something negative, but you have some people like us that want to change the community and make it better.
I guess I want to, like the way he said, like that, like the gangster look or whatever, because if you go, like, for me, like, whenever I watch TV or movies, whenever you see like a black person, you see like them playing a tough role or like they're playing like a gangster in the movie. You never see anybody that's really like a boss or like in a high position. And I kind of want to like break that chain, because like we're like, this is our future. Like we're not disdained for that. Like this one.
I would like to say the same thing they said, because walking to school, we might have a hood on, but they don't understand when we take our coat off, we might have a hot tie on. So we want to show them that we're not from the hood at all. That we're not like gangsters. We're totally different. If you sit down and talk to us, we'll have a professional conversation. We're just like kids from white schools. You just have to understand, see where we came from, so you get a better understanding, not just assume what you think, what you see on TV.
For me, it's that I don't want people to think that just because black girls have opinions, it doesn't mean that they have an attitude. And at school, sometimes my friends, they talk or they say something and they get in trouble even though they have no intentions of hurting anyone's feelings or being mean.
Yes.
For me, it's that black girls are overly brash, that they're overly confident, and that we're always like at that extra level above everyone else, when we might also feel the same things, and we might not be as confident and not feel like this is my moment to take the spotlight, that we're not there to be in the center of attention.
Well, for me, it's the fact that we is not our skin color. Like, just because we're black doesn't mean that we won't be successful in life. Just because we're black doesn't mean that we have to get shot by the cops. Just because we're black doesn't mean that we will never be nothing.
All right. Next question on the floor.
Good afternoon. My name is Tracy Boyd, and I'm from Indianapolis. I have a two-part question. do any of you guys have a wish list? Is the first part of the question. And then the second part is, in
You
the
got to
case...
specify that.
Okay, I will. That's what I'm about to do. Okay, so in the case of Until We All Win, as Nike approached you, I think that's huge. I will follow up and say, how about we design and create a shoe that is Until We Win that would also generate revenue and jobs? That would be my suggestion. And then also, the young lady that has an aspiration to attend Ivy League schools, have you made your list yet? Have you reached out to your Greek fraternities? Because in my part of the country, they actually sponsor those trips. So those are my questions. Thank you.
My wish list. My wish list is like for everybody to succeed. Like you have to question yourself. Like, what does success mean to you? Like, what does it really truly mean to you? And like, for me, success isn't just me getting a lot of money, showing off, buying a lot of cars, saying I got my mom out the hood and everything. But like, I can't say I succeeded where like it's still people without homes, still people that's hungry, still people that don't have a home to go to. It's people that's failing, and we still got the stereotypes. Like that's not succeeding. Like, I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to have businesses. I want us to have black-owned businesses. I want everything. I want everybody to. That's what I'm trying to see.
And for the question about my Ivy League schools, I have not found a specific school that I want to go to. There was Penn that Tori, my friend, talked about before. But I remember a few years ago with my mom, we went down to school in Maryland, and I actually went on a college tour. And it was really funny because I was young, and all the people were like, you want to go to this school already? And you already know what you want to do? And it's always been such a really, like, a big aspiration for me to keep my grades up and to continue to do that, because when I get there, I'll feel like I really accomplished something.
All right. Okay. Next question.
Hello, my name is Curtis Bell, and I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. So my question to you, well, first observation, you all are very intelligent. You're very college-bound. I can tell in the way you talk. That's very great. That's contagious. I hope you can take it back and spread it throughout your community. Boys, I commend you for what you're doing, using basketball as a pathway to get to where you need to be. I just want to caution you because I mentor a lot of basketball teams in the area that I live in, and I tell them to make that plan B, right? Because the odds are great, and there's so much competition there. I hope that you make it, but if you don't, what's your plan B? So that's my question for you. And ladies, what else are you doing to spread your attitude to the other females in your area, in your community, so that they have like-mindedness?
So my plan B, if basketball doesn't work, is to, in college I went to major in business management or sports management. So if basketball doesn't work, then I could fall back and be an entrepreneur, open up my own black businesses, and thank you.
My plan B, what's funny, because just like 2 weeks ago, me and my father, we sat in the kitchen, we wrote down like my list, my goals, and he was like, all your goals say something about basketball. It's always about basketball. He was like, what do you really want to do? Like, if you break your finger or something like that. And I did not know what to tell him. I was like, I don't know, Dad. And then he was like, just focus. He's like, focus on your grades. And I guess you gotta put the same effort in you do in the classroom, on the court, or on the field. Whatever you do, just put the same effort in. And I don't know. I want to be a two-way person. Like, it's a lot of people, it's millions of people that play basketball. But if basketball doesn't like work out, I want to go to college and get a degree, and like start a business, and yeah.
Thank you. All right.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So far, you are doing a wonderful job. Just want to let you know that. Les Farrell from Greater Newark Cares, so similar areas as all of you sitting there. I have a question regarding looking at yourselves, the work that you're doing. Obviously, you're doing amazing work. And then when you're around your peers, how do you notice a contrast? What are they focused on? Meaning, right? So you're focused on these things that have gotten you here to this panel. But what do you notice with your peers that are not focused on the same things that you're focused on? So just talk about those things. And then for us here in the room, because we're all here to service you guys, then what is it that we can do, or what would you like to see in the community to help better yourselves and your peers, program-wise or individual-wise?
For me, just like Makai said, whenever you see somebody doing like something negative, you kind of got to separate yourself. And for me, it's crazy because when I first came to Eagle Academy, I had a lot of friends. I'm like, oh, like these my boys from here and this, from football, from basketball. But as I got older, I guess I saw a meme. It said something about when, like at the beginning of high school, you have a lot of friends. At the end, you got like 2 or 3 like you really cool with. And I kind of, like, I ain't say I separated myself from them, but I kind of like gradually like moved away from them because our dreams and everything was different. And they wanted to go a certain way, and we wanted to go this way. But if you're with me and I see like you're kind of fading off, it's like a negative way, I'm gonna kind of try to guide you back. But if you're doing something positive, I'm gonna support you in everything you do. And for y'all, like you said, in the community, I think we need to have more community like things like block parties and everything, because in my community, like a lot of people they left, a lot of people like that retired, they passed away. We don't really have a lot of community bond. Like it's not like there anymore. Because I remember when I was young, there used to be a lot of block parties, and I used to know the neighbors all the way down the street, and they know me. Like if I'm out the house, like, get back in the house, boy, before I tell your grandma. And then like it's not there anymore. Now it's just like they see you and like, oh, he up to no good. And I want to change that. And I want to have, especially in my neighborhood, since it's bad around there, and I have to catch the bus to go all the way across town to play basketball just because it's bad in my neighborhood. I want to have a recreational center like right in my neighborhood, so we don't have to go all the way across town. I want it to be local.
So in high school, I realized that you have to surround yourself with people that want to be successful just like you. And if there's too many people, as I said in my Nike documentary, if you'll watch on Kyrie Instagram, I said that I said that if you have friends that wants to play, at the beginning I said if you have friends that wants to play, then you have to separate yourself. And if you're in class and they want to talk, and you realize if you get an F on your report card and you know your mother's going to be on you, then you have to separate yourself and be different. And I realized with Muhammad, when I first met Muhammad, we was goofy playing around, and then I realized that he is a person that I could fall on, and we both have the same goals and same dreams. So I realized that you have to like surround yourself with people that want to be just like you. And with my friends, they talk about different things, but come to find out that they actually look up to me and Muhammad as a leader, which is funny. So, oh yeah, also for the community, I want to, like Muhammad said, there should be like more events hosted in like recreations to keep the youth like together, so like they can all like grow up and know each other more. Like we don't have enough like leaders in our area that wants to step up and decide that we need to do this, and we don't have enough gyms to keep them off the streets.
For me, I think about code switching, because I have a lot of friends that's all diverse. So I have some friends that play basketball, some play football, some do a whole bunch of other stuff. So what I do is I code switch depending on each friend, because you don't want to I think contradict the conflict. Say you might have a conflict between the two, like they arguing about something, you could code switch and be like, yeah, I like this and I like that, but you can all be a part of one, as one going forward in life. So
just chime in, but this is a little quick story. I remember me and Makai, we was somewhere, and it was a diverse area, like a lot of different people from around the state. And they asked me, they was talking about their childhood memories. And my childhood memories is like around in my neighborhood. And I think one of my stories is like, remember that time like we was in I was talking to family. Remember that time we was in a lot or something like that. It was like a little abandoned lot. And we was playing with the tires and somebody fell. And they like, you was in an abandoned lot with tires. I'm like, yeah. But like, I guess like my story and their story is two different things. Like, they have playgrounds, they have swing sets, they got everything, and then I have this little abandoned lot.
Before we take the before we take the last question, there are a few people I just want to acknowledge in the room. Can Marley Diaz stand up, please? So I don't know if you all know who Marley Diaz is. She is, her mom is the founder of the Grassroots Foundation, but Marley started the 1,000 Black Girls Books campaign when she was in the 6th grade. So when we talk about trendsetters creating new pipelines because they saw a need, we have to give this sister a hand. Just give her a round of applause. Yes. Mentors are also opportunity brokers. Lawrence Williams from Nike, he gave the opportunity to us to have these young men be acknowledged. He just got promoted to the regional director of Nike, so let's give him a round of applause.
I love you. I love you.
And then I cannot forget my brother from another mother. We go to the same church. We are in the trenches with our young men. Brother Thomas Owens, thank you for all you do for our young boys. Michael. Yes.
Real quick, on behalf of us older folks, I'll apologize for us not listening as much as you would like for us to. But real story, when I was your age, the adults didn't listen to us either as much as we wanted. We were wearing afros, and I grew up in the shadow of the Black Panthers. And the older folks did not understand us. We didn't think they understood us. So I'm just asking you to have patience, but continue to hold us accountable for our listening. All right? Thank you.
Thank you. I actually want to, we're getting close on time, but there's something I want to do. I need 3 women, our affiliate leaders, to come on the stage, and I need 3 men. Please. And I need all of my young people to stand. We're going to make it work. I just need, yeah. You know, we talk about, over the weekend we heard a lot of questions around affirming our young people and what does it mean to celebrate them. And sometimes you just have to think about creating an opportunity. So what I would love for our affiliate leaders to do is to pin our young people with a CARES mentoring pin so that you know, as you are moving through life, you are loved, you are celebrated, and you are affirmed by everyone in this room. Let's give them a round of applause. Yes, yes. And y'all need to make your way down to Marley, too. Someone, please make your way down to Marley, too. Okay. Yeah. So let's give them a round of applause. This is celebrating our young people. I also want to acknowledge Vivian Picard, our National Cares Mentoring Movement board member. Where are you, Vivian? Hey, thank you. Thank you for all your support. Please, you guys can have a seat. Then we're going to close out.
Stephen, can anybody who was in the room, I heard somebody talk about how to access scholarships and whatnot for college through Greek organizations. Can we make sure that if you have that sort of contact, that we're connecting with the students who are here, giving them your card, your information, so that, you know, the students who I've seen succeed the best are ones where we actually gave the information and rather, you know, not just like go and find it, but we actually gave it to them. So if anybody has that information, please do pass it on to the students who are here.
Absolutely. And we can take one more question. Where's the mic? Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Young people, thank you for being leaders in your community and being inspirational to the people in your community. My question is, what has inspired you? Who has inspired you? So it could be a what or a who to keep achieving and striving for your goals and your dreams.
A couple of things inspired me, but one thing that really stuck out to me was me going to Ireland. It was a trip to study abroad, but most of the time he's really trying to connect with the other youth from Ireland that has the same problems as us. So some of the problems they have is like police brutality, but when they said it, he was like, wait, huh? But then he was like, yeah, the police here is more strict than over there and overseas. So we was all just shocked and getting to know each other and trying to connect. So.
One person that motivated me was my little brother. That sounds kind of funny, but whenever I see him, I kind of see like a younger me, and I want the best for my little brother. Like I want him to grow up and be like that. Like that's my big brother right there. Like somebody to look up to, and that's why everything I do it like with proficiency. Like I try to make it like perfect, but I want him to be better than me. Yeah.
The Grassroots Community Foundation as a whole inspires me every day, especially Dr. Janice and my two best friends, Amina and Marley, because they push me to do my best, and they also taught me that I have a voice and that I have to share the voice with the world, and I'm very thankful for that.
All right.
Like Tori said, the community that I found in Grassroots has really inspired me. My two best friends, my family, my mom, my aunt, all of them have inspired me to find my passion and to use my passion to help the community around me, and that there is issues around the world and that we still have the power to change them.
Well, for me is my mom. Well, she's no longer with me, but my mom, when I saw my mom, it really made me aspire. Because she went to college, so I'm like, okay, boom, I'm going to go with my mom. Like, my mom went to college. She graduated out of college. She got her master's in science. So I'm like, okay, I could do the same thing. But Dr. Janice inspired me the most because she made me push through, even though what I was going through was harsh.
Go ahead.
One person that inspired me the most is my mom. So I live in a single-parent home, so my mom, she's a person that when she has to pay bills, she never complain. She might cry at night because she figured that I'm a young man that grew up in Newark, and she never know that she could ever get a phone call from me coming from school that I could have been shot or killed or anything. So my mother is a person that motivates me each and every day. And anything she does not complain. If I need something, if I say, Mom, I need this, she said, I will drive to get anything you need. And I love my mom. Thank you.
So this session has come to a close, but we want to give our beautiful, brilliant future leaders a round of applause in Cares fashion. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to bring up Christopher. Nope. Yep. Airline, I don't know what you're doing. Okay. Let's give Chris a round of applause for holding it down, running around, holding it down. Please give him a round of applause. Appreciate you, brother.
Wow, what a weekend! Yes, my gosh. So again, round of applause for this panel right here. I have been accused of being a man's man and not in touch with how I feel, which is not true. I don't know. It's my shoulders. Tracy Knight. But, old joke. But when these when these brothers and sisters were speaking, I began to choke up. So I have 3 kids, you know, and I'm just like, the struggle is real. And it's easy to like be physically present, but not present. Presently absent. There you go, Tracy. So just really, it spoke to my heart. And, it, you know, I'm mostly dealing with affiliate leaders and operations and logistics and all of those things. So I don't really have a lot of contact with our youth. And so these moments speak volumes to me. And it gives me, the extra strength to keep going. You know what I mean? So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So right now, we're going to do a group picture, organized. So, in the Rockefeller Room, across over there, we're going to have a group picture. Now, there are some seats, and there's also some standing room. So we're going to ask that our youth, have the front row chairs, and then those that we think need a seat,